Hey guys, and welcome to the first inaugural Man on Fire Films mailbag show, where I'm gonna kind of go through some comments that you guys have been leaving, because a long time ago, maybe over a year or two ago at this point, we'd occasionally do episodes of our shows where we read the comments that we've got, but as our viewership increased and the comments kind of increased a little bit, that became kind of harder to do, at least in the capacity we used to, so I thought, why not just every now and again sit down and pick out some favourite comments, maybe make some thank yous to people who have been great, and just, kind of chill out, make it a bit unprofessional, and just chill out and read some comments. That should be fun. Not really sure when this is going to come out. I mean, this one will be out on the 1st of October, but I don't know whether it's going to be a monthly show or a weekly show. It depends on how many interesting comments we get or whether there's stuff to talk about, I guess. But there will be at least one a month, maybe more, depending on how things go. But yeah, we're just going to read some comments, probably mention some cool things that people have done, and also, because this is the first one, we kind of have a lot of shit to get caught up on. So I've only really picked 10 comments, this particular week, just because there's so much other stuff to talk about, but normally I'll probably pick some more, and more relevant comments too. Like these 10 I just kind of picked off the top of our inbox rather than ones that necessarily happened this month. But nonetheless, let's get straight into it. These are in no particular order, reading them from my phone in case anyone was wondering, so I will be glancing down just a little bit. Okay, of course, first name, Nafuku Faji. Why didn't you make a kill Cam joke? Okay, so this was commented on Terry Bush Reaple Showcase episode 95, where Cam was getting killed. Cameron was getting killed. And I think I made the joke like, hey, let's look at it from Cam, yay, Cam. Then this guy commented, why didn't I make a kill Cam joke? And yeah, I felt kind of shitty about that, because that's such an obvious joke that I really should have seen, I really should have made that joke myself. Yeah, I was like, fuck, I missed a kill Cam joke. It was such an obvious joke too, and I completely missed it. So yeah. Well done, Nafuku Faji. You saw the joke that I clearly dumbly missed. I was so disappointed in myself. I was just... I read it, I was like, yeah, duh. That's the joke that anybody should make when that situation is presented to you. Anyway, moving along, we have one... Probably maybe a little bit of favoritism here, but this is one from Ross Barker, Barker Brothers 619. Commented on the recent off-air we put up, 30 FPS versus 60 FPS, in which I think I was actually wearing the same shirt I'm wearing now. Weird that I remember that. Whoa, Jack, have you been hitting the gym? I wonder if you can see why I put this comment in. For future mailbags, in case anyone was wondering, these are the types of comments you should be commenting, because these are the comments I'll read out. Yes, I have. Thank you for noticing. I got kind of chubs, because Christmas and my birthday tend to come at the same time, because they're both in December, funnily enough. And I put on a bit of weight then, and just never lost it, and now I'm just like, fuck, I got fat, let's lose some weight again. So yes, I have been hitting the gym, and I'm glad that hard work is starting to pay off, even if I do have a bit of a double chin going on. I'm working on it, I lost weight before, I can do it again. But yes, I have been hitting the gym. Thank you very much for noticing. iBomb comments on live stream of Minecraft, which, well, the less said about that, the better, to be honest. Comments, oh my god, you guys have to play Five Nights at Freddy's. We would really like to play Five Nights at Freddy's, actually. And thank you very much for the request, because we're probably going to, if we can find the right... I guess combination of people to play it. We tend to not do horror games. I mean, me and John did, what was it called? The one with the vagina alien. Nope, it's later. SCP Containment Breach. Me and John did SCP it was obviously a while ago because John was in it, but a real long while ago. I think it might have been the second Let's Play we ever did, actually. And while I think it is funny to watch, I feel like unless we're faking it, it's not that entertaining consistently, because... when normal people are scared, they don't talk, Like, when people are usually actually scared, it's not a commentary, it becomes silence until I freak out. So I feel like if I do a horror game, it's just not going to be that entertaining, and we don't really have John around anymore to actually just terrify, and Cam won't play horror games. I've tried to get him. Cam would be the perfect contestant for it, and he just won't do it. So tweet Cam, tell him to play Five Nights at Freddy's, and maybe we can force him to do it. But thank you very much for the request. Next up, we have that Reach Mastro. I'll get a better system for reading the comments soon, I promise. Reach Mastro. This one was nice, but I also figured it'd be something that other people might be wondering. So I'll read this with the full stops. What is your Tumblr? I must know so I can follow. This was commented on Happy Wheels Mischief, episode 9. We all have Tumblr except for Reese, I think. I don't really use mine that much, but just in case anybody does actually want to follow us all on Tumblr, I'll put the links in the description to that. If you're looking for a blog by me. I'll link my actual blog in the description as well, but it's not Tumblr. But yeah, we all have Tumblr. I rarely use it. I think Cam and Jack use it quite a bit, and I'll link John's as well, just in case you guys just in case you'd like that. So yeah, there'll be links to that in the description in case anybody wants it. Figured I should answer that one to sort of let everybody know. Next up, we have this is something that gets asked quite a lot. So while I picked this comment, I know a couple of people have commented it. NoCat6, you should update your Minecraft server. Now, I did respond to this one, actually, like, typing it and stuff, but I figured I should scratch my eye, because, twitching. Yeah, I figured I should respond to this one, kind of. Hopefully this will get enough views that this question actually gets answered. So, you should update your Minecraft server. Now, again, I responded to this guy and sort of, like, figured it out that he meant when are we going to update to 1.8. Basically as soon as we can. I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with Bukkit, which is what we're using to run the Minecraft server. But it needs to be on the right version to run a certain version of Minecraft, and they just don't have support for 1.8 yet. As soon as they do, well, maybe not as soon as they do, but around about the time that they do, we'll be updating the server to 1.8 as well. It's nothing to do with us. If it could be on 1.8, it would be on 1.8. It's just the plugins and shit that we use for the server just don't have support yet for 1.8. But it's a new patch, so assumably there'll be support soon. Although you guys probably should consider it lucky that this is when we launched, because up until the 1.710 release, which is what we're on now, the previous version Bukkit ran with was 1.64. So yeah, there would have been a bigger gap if we'd launched it just a little bit earlier. But it's not that different between 1.7 and 1.8 anyway. I mean, there's a couple of new features that I'd really like to have, but aside from that, it's not that big a deal. But we'll be updating as soon as we can. It's not us, it is someone else. This is another comment from NoCat6, actually. It was just random chance, but this is also another question that a few people have been asking. Hey, what happened to the Tory Bash tournament? And this had at least one thumb up, so I guess he's not the only person wondering. This was commented on Misery Mondays. I think it's one of the Trials ones. I have to tell by the thumbnail. I can't read the episode title. What happened to the Tory Bash tournament? Fuck. I don't know. I should probably get around to finishing that, shouldn't I? Yeah, whoops. There's been other stuff going on. The real answer is the viewers started to taper off on it anyway, and there's been more sort of pressing stuff to focus on. But I have been keeping in contact with the contestants. We will finish it one of these days. I'd like to finish it before it crosses the year mark, but that's probably not going to happen. But yes, I know I got to finish that one day. And the next tournament will be fucking way smoother. It'll go a lot quicker. I got plans. It's all worked out. I just need to get through Tournament 2, and then Tournament 3, it's going to be great. There's going to be unicorns and flight. Apparently unicorns and flight are what make things cool. Come on, Jack. Alright, moving along. We have a long comment by, Marcus, yes. I'm going to say Ackerman, and it's got an accent, so I know I'm saying that right. Let's just go with Marcus. This is from Marcus, and he commented on Turbo Triple Circus episode 96. Hey Jack, do you know how many episodes it takes from the moment you send a replay to the episode where it shows up? Yeah, kind of. So this is, again, something that gets asked quite a lot, is how long will I have to wait for my replay to show up in the show? Mostly gets asked about Tory Bash Replay Showcase. Comes up every now and again with Happy Wheels as well. In terms of Tory Bash, it varies. I mean, we get about 200 to 300 emails submitted every couple of weeks. If we say it by a month, we get about 400 emails a month, which, yeah, that's kind of a lot to go through, to be honest. But honestly, I have to clear the inbox about once a month to get maybe 6 or 7 weeks worth of replay. So if you think, out of those 400, usually only about 60 or 70 of them are actually usable. So going by that odds, you'll probably be waiting a month, maybe 2 months. I'd be surprised if it's longer than that, as long as your replay's good enough to get into the show. So anywhere between a month and 2 months. Obviously, there are multiple ways to get onto the show. There's not just the email submissions. There's Moff's Choice Pick, which we're in the process of renaming, and community replays. Any questions about those, stick them down below and I'll answer it on the next mailbag. But yeah, around about a month to 2 months. With Happy Wheels, it varies a little bit because we tend to film that way more in bulk. So while we don't get anywhere near as many submissions for Happy Wheels, we still have quite a few episodes in the back catalogs. You still will end up waiting a while with Happy Wheels, but, well, I mean, if we got more submissions for Happy Wheels, we'd probably make it a weekly show again and we could get through them a bit quicker. So yeah, it kind of all balances out a little bit. It's probably about a month, the same as Tory Bash. Next, we have Mr. Grimm. I mean, you got to be able to laugh at yourself, right? This was commented on Unturned, episode 4. Lol, that editing error in the intro. So this video was up for at least 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And then we got a comment saying there was an editing error in the intro. And there is. I'm not taking the video down at this point. You guys can go see it. It's a Premiere missing media still. Don't know what happened there. It's happened about 3 times over the course of Man on Fire. It happened in an Overgrowth thing, something else, and Unturned. Yeah. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it slips through the net. I mean, I like to think I watch every, at least I scrub through every video to make sure everything's turned out okay. I guess I just missed that one, and it made me laugh that, I mean, it's the reason we're not doing Unturned anymore is because pretty much no one's watching it, but like, there were at least 100 or 200 views on it, so that means 200 people watched that and didn't bother mentioning that there's a missing media slide in the intro. Made me chuckle. Thought I'd stick it in for a good laugh at our misfortune. Comment on Off-Air, Mojang Pranks Man on Fire. I can't remember what the full title was. It's the one where we got fooled by the Minecraft April Fool's thing. I think it might have actually been the first Off-Air, so yeah, there's that. Ryan Walker recently commented, "This is the funniest thing I have ever seen." Once again, flattery will get you on this show. Comment something nice and I will probably put you in the next mailbag. I'm not fuck integrity. That's happening. I want to be flattered in the comments, viewer. Thank you. That was quite a fun video to edit, actually, because probably one of the more genuine reactions we've had to something, because again, we legitimately had no idea what was going on, like we really thought there was something, and because there were other problems too. It wasn't just the prank that was fucking us up, it was like, there was a problem with Hexit where we couldn't join each other's games and shit like that, so like, it just didn't click that the two things were unrelated. We figured they must be all to do with each other, which sort of explains the reaction in the video just a little bit. But I'm glad people enjoyed it. I was looking forward to putting that video up, and it's good to know people found it funny. And to wrap up the comments, I felt like this one was rather fitting. Kieran Everson comments, "You have reached the end of the comments." You gotta end on that, right? I mean, you literally just have to. And that was commented on the podcast 70. Podcast comments will probably get on this show more than other shows, actually, because I tend to read all the podcast comments. No, I'm kidding. We read all our comments, but the podcast ones tend to, I don't know, there seems to be more thoughts in the podcast comments, whereas the other ones tend to be a little bit more question-based, and we'll get more about how this is going to be structured at the end of this particular mailbag. In other news, I've been trying to keep track of it, but there's a chance I have missed a couple of things on this, and if I have, I really do apologize. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll mention it on the next mailbag. But over the course of the 3 years that we haven't been doing the mailbag, we've been sent a few things, all games, actually, on this list, at least the ones I haven't already done something for. These are stuff that we've been sent free games by lovely, lovely people, awesome people, that we just either haven't had a chance to do a Let's Play and properly thank the person, or maybe we just forgot during the video. So, these will probably be a lot short. I mean, there's only 7 of them now, but, there'll probably be, maybe 1 every mailbag, I assume, anyway. But let's just get through the back catalogue first. So, I say no particular order, but I'm going to read it top to bottom, so it is a particular order. Anbu sent us the game Tiny Brains, which I'm really looking forward to doing a 4-player Let's Play. We just haven't been able to get the team in since he sent it to us. Looks really fun. Big thanks to him for sending us that over Steam. Jackal Gaming YouTube, also over Steam, sent us Don't Starve, another game that I like to do a Let's Play, and I've been trying to find the right combination, because we don't do solo Let's Plays really anymore, so trying to find the right combination of people has been a bit of a struggle, but I'm sure we'll get around to that eventually, so big thanks to him. Fatman670 sent us The Ship and The Ship multiplayer. I think they do come together, but still, I counted there's 2 games on my Steam list, so I'm going to say it twice. Once again, really needed to get the rest of the team that game so we could do a Let's Play in it, but it's certainly on our list. The Ship looks like a lot of kind of silly fun. A lot like Assassin's Creed, actually. And while I have mixed feelings about Assassin's Creed, the multiplayer was really, really, really cool. Big thanks to Fatman for sending us that game. Another thank you to Little Jamal. I've been saying that guy's name for at least a year at this point, and I'm still not sure if I'm saying it right, but we're going with it. Little Jamal. Wait. I thought somebody else sent me Super Hexagon. Okay, Little Jamal sent Super Hexagon, which we already have used, and I do believe I thanked in the Misery Mondays, but just in case, we'll say it again. Yes, I did a Misery Mondays in Super Hexagon, and it was one of my favourites. Super Hexagon was actually a really fun game. I've gone back and played it a lot since the Misery Mondays, and I've discovered the joy, much like Super Meat Boy, actually. But big thanks to Little Jamal for that. He enabled a very good Misery Mondays. Next up, we have... This is why I was confused. Spartacraft sent us Gun Monkeys, which, I'm so surprised he didn't send Super Hexagon. There's a chance I may have that. That might be wrong. I mean, I like to think I'm not dumb enough to make that mistake, and I really hope I'm not, but I acknowledge the possibility of my own stupidity. It just doesn't sound right. It just makes more sense for it to be the other way around. But alright, one of the two sent the other one, and the other one sent Gun Monkeys. But if the spreadsheet's to be believed, it's Spartacraft who sent Gun Monkeys. Big thanks to him. And shout out to another mofficer. Ross Barker sent us Euro Truck Simulator, quite recently actually. And once again, gonna do a Let's Play and eventually just waiting for the right group of people. I'm probably gonna make Reese and Cam do that. I figure them going on a trucking adventure could be quite fun. And this isn't gaming related, this is just something I said I would read out. So I'm pretty sure it was Tory Bash Mischief, in fact, yeah, it must have been Tory Bash Mischief. Reese loved doing his hashtags. Hashtag justice for Reese, hashtag justice for everybody. And I jokingly said, at the end of the Mischief part, that if anybody went through and counted the amount of hashtags Reese made, I'd give them a shout out. And a crazy bastard by the name of Lol Rocky Scrappy went ahead and did that. You can see the comment on Mischief episode 5, maybe 6. But yeah, the dude counted them, and while I have no way of knowing if it's actually the correct number, I'm gonna go ahead and trust the guy because he's crazy enough to count them, and I don't want to anger somebody like that because that wouldn't be great. But yes, that's gonna wrap up the shout-outs that we're long overdue in saying. Obviously, if any future cool stuff like that happens, then we'll be mentioning them on future mailbags. That actually kind of wraps it up. There's a sort of semi-announcement I kind of want to make. It's not call it a soft launch, I guess. Those people who have bought us stuff, we're obviously so very grateful for it. It's unbelievable. Also, big shout out to everyone who supported the Minecraft server too. I feel like I should put that one out there as well, because that's happened since the start of the channel and we haven't done a mailbag to talk about it. But yeah, we actually have a Amazon wish list. Again, this isn't like a big official thing. Maybe we'll get there in the future, because it's kind of messy right now. It's more of a, if you'd like to, it's there. If you'd like to be awesome and buy us something that would actually really help the channel, because we don't have a lot of money. We earn, but it's not enough to really get the luxury stuff that would make doing videos maybe a bit easier, or sometimes in the case better. I mean, on the list, one of the things on the list right now is a 1080 monitor, meaning we could start capturing video and uploading video in 1080. I mean, I'd love to do that, but the reason we can't is because that isn't a 1080 monitor. That is a 720. That's a bit bigger than 720, but it's not 1080, which means we can't capture in 1080. Stuff like that. It's on the list. There'll be a link in the description, probably be in all our descriptions as well. Go check it out. Some of the stuff is genuinely expensive, and I don't expect anybody to actually buy us that, but I mean, it's there. If you really love us and you're like, yeah, I want to see this in 1080, then it is there. I think there's a PS4 on the list as well. And that stuff is there mostly just in case somebody wants it. But there's also some cheap stuff. I think I put fucking Jones's Soda on the list, so you can actually literally buy us a drink if you want. There's a spare battery for the camera, and we'll be constantly adding stuff to the list. We're also going to be using it to add games that you guys have maybe requested to the list. I think Kingdom Hearts is on there. That is also a game I kind of just want, but people have been asking if we do a Kingdom Hearts Let's Play. So stuff like that, when we don't actually have the game, will probably get stuck either on the Amazon wishlist or my Steam wishlist, just to give a way for people to get involved. And it's like a way of donating, but the money's actually going to go towards something that'll turn around to a better video. It's not blind trust, We also do have incoming. They haven't arrived yet, but they will be arriving very soon. Little rewards for anybody who buys anything from that wish list will get this little reward that I'll wait until I actually have them before I mention them. But there will be something in return for literally, you could buy the £2 soda on the list and get this reward that I wish was in my hand. Okay, it's a thing that has this and the other 3, and that. So there's your hint. See if you can crack that elaborate code there. But yeah, the link to the wishlist will be in the description. Check it out. I mean, again, it's there. It's a soft launch thing. It's not like, please buy us all this shit or anything like that. It's just there in case some of you crazy bastards out there would actually like to donate, but in a way that actually does improve the quality of videos, rather than just buys me a drink on the weekend, which is not what I spend the money on. I'm just making that very clear. That was a joke. So yeah, this was fun. Like I said, we'll try to do this once a month, maybe weekly if the comments get to that point, but at least once a month. The first of every month there will definitely be a mailbag, and maybe when we're earning billions upon billions of pounds or dollars, we'll open a PO box. You guys can actually send stuff to us, and we can have a proper mailbox rather than me reading comments off the internet. But yes, I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments if you have. I mean, if no one likes me doing this, I probably will stop, but I enjoyed this. Hopefully you did too. I've been Jack Morris from Man of 5 Films, and I shall see you next time, guys. Bye.